The mob boss opened the car door and discovered a terrifying scene. The person driving him to safety was just a little girl. Furious, he kicked his henchmen, but the assassins were hot on their heels, so he had no choice but to get in the car.
별타하세요.
The girl smiled slightly, then she slammed on the gas. The car started reversing and catching the pursuing assassins off guard. Seeing them closing in, the little girl drifted the car back in the right direction. The boss, who had been skeptical just moments ago, now believed in the girl's skills. With various 180 and 360-degree drifts, the mob boss's jaw dropped in astonishment. But even with her impressive driving, a few of the assassins' cars managed to keep up. The girl calmly took a sip of coffee. Then, with another drift, she instantly spun the car around and drove into a narrow alley. Spotting a parking space ahead, she pulled off a slick drift, parking and turning off the engine in one smooth motion. They thought they had lost their pursuers, but right as they reached the end of the alley, they collided with another car. A look of agony crossed the mob boss's face. As the assassins stared in shock, the girl nonchalantly straightened out the car, missing the BMW's paint by a mere 0.001 millimeters. The girl turned onto another road, but there were simply too many vehicles, so she had no choice but to crash into a roadside scaffold, trapping the cars behind them underneath it. The mob boss cried out in disbelief as the girl successfully maneuvered the car into the alley, while the cars behind them got stuck at the entrance, unable to follow. But ahead, the railway crossing gate was already down. The girl had to slam on the brakes and wait. The mob boss was utterly desperate. But how could this possibly stump the girl? She took off, racing the train, finally catching up to the front at the next intersection. Then, with another drift, she flew across the tracks.